The takeover of Royal Mail by a Czech billionaire has been approved by the government, allowing the postal service to pass into foreign ownership for the first time. The total value of the takeover is £5.3 billion, which includes the company's debt. Its headquarters, tax base and corporate structure will remain British for 5 years, and the government will retain a golden share, requiring it to approve major changes. The universal service obligation to deliver letters to every address in the UK 6 days a week at a uniform price will also remain. Employees will receive a 10% share of any dividends paid out to Mr Kretinsky, although this still requires union approval and ratification. Well, Daniel Kretinsky has released a statement saying EP Group is very pleased to reach this historic agreement with the Business Secretary to safeguard the future of Royal Mail under EP Group ownership. EP Group is a long-term and committed investor with a mission to make Royal Mail a successful modern postal operator with high-quality service and products for its customers. We look forward to delivering on this mission alongside our partners in government. Well, a business and economics correspondent, Gurpreet Narwan, joins me now. And Gurpreet, the government retaining some level of control, but there will be others who will look at this and be concerned about the fact that the Royal Mail is passing out of UK hands.
Yeah, for the first time ever, actually, Jane. The government announced this morning that it had greenlit the deal between Royal Mail's current owners, International Distribution Services and the EP Group. But it did take a while for us to get here. The board at IDS initially approved the deal back in May, but the government was reviewing it on national security grounds on account of the critical role that Royal Mail plays in the country's communications infrastructure. And because of that, as you said, the UK government will retain something known as a golden share in the business. This is something that the government does with companies that are considered critical to UK national security, including weapons manufacturers like BAE Systems and Rolls-Royce. It means that the UK government will have to approve any change to Royal Mail's ownership, the location of its headquarters, as well as its tax residency. Let's have a listen to what John Reynolds, the UK's Business Secretary, had to say about it.
This would be a good deal for the UK, be a good deal for the people who work for Royal Mail, and of course it'd be a good deal for the customers. It actually strengthens the protections that we have, increases what was in place following the privatisation of Royal Mail with a golden share for the UK government, covering things like the business being headquartered in the UK and paying tax here. So it's for shareholders to approve the deal or not, but if it does go ahead, we have negotiated something which secures the long-term future of Royal Mail and gives it the fresh start that we need.
So as Jonathan Reynolds said just there, the group has agreed to keep Royal Mail's HQ and tax residency in the UK, but for a minimum of 5 years. We'll have to see what happens after that. And as part of the current deal, it's agreed to keep the universal service obligation, as you pointed out, whereby first-class post has to be delivered anywhere in the country for a fixed price 6 days a week, although there have been suggestions that second-class deliveries could be pared back. The business has also been blocked from making any dividend payments to its owners unless it meets financial targets, and any dividends and asset sales will be blocked if they put that universal service at risk. And this, along with an agreement that workers will get a 10% share of any dividends paid to the Czech owner, Daniel Kretinsky, means that EP Group is also on its way to pacifying the unions. Let's have a listen to what Dave Ward of the Communication Workers Union had to say about it all.
The agreement that we've reached gives us serious protections on job security, legally enforceable commitments about the future direction of the company, introduces a radical new governance and business model for Royal Mail, where workers and the union will have a greater say over its future direction, and also creates a meaningful stake for our employees, our members, in the future success of the business.
So there are safeguards in place, but it will no doubt increase the scrutiny on Daniel Kretinsky, quite a private figure who has already shown a keen interest in UK assets. He owns 10% of Sainsbury's, he owns 27% of West Ham Football Club. These sales have been funded through the profits of his sprawling energy portfolio. Some of those energy companies do have links with Russian energy firms, but the UK government has clearly deemed that it is satisfied with those Russian links. But nevertheless, as I said, there will be a lot of scrutiny on that. So for now, it looks like the deal is on its way to going through, but IDS's shareholders will still have to vote on it before it's confirmed.